What is up, hooligans, and happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that thumbs up button. More likes equals more hooligans. Let me see here. I'm going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you guys are doing today. And then, of course, we will be getting things started. We start out with a video titled 2024 Taco Bell New Year's Eve Downtown Bowl Bash hosted by Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. That's the longest fucking title ever. I wanted to show you guys this yesterday. I didn't realize in Tucson, Arizona, they drop a Taco Bell sign. They don't do a ball drop. They drop a taco, and I think that's fantastic. I meant to show you guys yesterday, and I forgot. Then we got a video titled, This state's teachers will not be required to pass a basic skills test starting on January 1st. They're not going to make teachers prove that they can read and write and do math. They'll be able to be certified as teachers. They don't have to read, write, or do math. They probably have to know gender studies. That's probably what it is. Then we got a video titled New Year's Day Train Stabbing in New York City. More subway crime. It was like it once a week. Now it's like every day. Then we have so much information on the incident that happened in New Orleans, as well as the Cybertruck incident. There's suspicions that they might be connected. FBI says they're not connected. So we got pretty much the whole rest of the live is about that. The first one's titled Individuals Seen Placing Explosives. Apparently there was people putting explosives out there, but I don't remember hearing anything about explosives happening, so that's kind of a weird part of the story. Then we got a follow-up video titled NOLA Attack. Authorities execute multi-state search warrants. This is more information on what happened with the truck going down Bourbon Street. Then we got a video titled Suspects in Vegas NOLA Attack Served at the Same Army Base. In that video, they're providing a little bit more information on both situations, but then they're also talking about how similar they are. Both the individuals served in the military. They both served at the same exact time, at the same exact base. Each of them rented their vehicles from the same app. Oh, I don't want to say there was something else, but the FBI is insisting that they are not connected. Even though they have all those similarities, they're not connected, says the Fed boys. Then we'll be wrapping up the news with a video titled Kennedy, New Orleans Attack is Objective Evil. This is Senator Kennedy's opinion on how everything's going. He's there. He's dealing with everything happening in New Orleans. And so we're going to get his side of the story. Then we got two funny videos of the day. First one's titled When Even the Cop Thinks You're Pathetic. And then our official funny video of the day is titled Trump Saves Freedom the Whale in the AI Multiverse. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Guessum? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Alistair? What's up, Damsel? What's up, Astro Hammer? What's up, Zero? What's up, Snooks? What's up, J Spray? What's up, Breeze by You? What's up, Nefties? What's up, Guessum J? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being on the website. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Astro Hammer, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat and being omnipresent, Astral Hammer. What's up, Energy Woman? Happy freedom. What's up, Pumpkin? Appreciate you being here. What's up, He-Do? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. Make sure I don't miss anybody. You guys are waiting. Oh, yeah, we were having technical problems when I launched the live. That's why it took so long in the intro. What's up, Alistair? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Bobby? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Zupia? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Tony Brez? Happy freedom. What's up, Mr. Satan? What's up, Cricket Kiss? What's up, Elisa? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, AR16? Happy freedom. What's up, David? What's up, Non-Woke? Appreciate you being here. Let me see. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mexico's Kyle? Happy freedom. What's up, Wayward? What's up, Extra Bill? What's up, Stoner? What's up, Deep South Jody? What's up, Mary Todd? What's up, Libby Racer? Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. It says, like I've said many times, riots, lockdowns, terror attacks, buckle up, hooligans. It's going to be bumpy in 25. You might be right, Patriot Dad. Guess I'm your first. You identify as first. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble. See if you can get us on the front page. What is up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What is up, everyone watching on Twitch? What's up, Tony Rich? Happy Freedom. What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? Happy Freedom to you. And what is up, everyone over on the commie platform? Mr. Satan, you were first over here on YouTube. What's up, Cheeky Chops? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Board? Happy Freedom to you. What's up, Toy Mafia? Appreciate you being here. Wayward, you are omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Steve S? Happy Freedom. What's up, Too Real? Happy Freedom. What's up, First Amendment? Sly Dog, you are also omnipresent. What's up, Hooligans Island? If I can get you all ready, happy freedom. What's up, Digital Patriot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Skulls? Happy freedom. Hopefully Klaus joins us. I did plug in his electric drinking fountain thing. He's a little bit scared of it, but I think he's going to dig it. What's up, Gen X? Happy freedom to you. You can hit that thumbs up over on the commie platform as well. Then, of course, I got to pull up X because I can't ever remember to do it before I launch the live. Bam. Happy freedom, everyone watching on X. I feel like there was something I was going to tell you, and now I can't remember. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, let's get started on this first video. Here's the first one. Like I said, I wanted to show you guys this yesterday. Apparently in Tucson, Arizona, they dropped, I don't know if it's a Taco Bell sign or a giant taco. I don't know what it is. It's taco related, and we like tacos around here. So I don't know how that didn't win the nation's best ball drop. They're over here dropping tacos. Anyways, this first one's titled 2024 Taco Bell New Year Eve Downtown Bowl Bash, hosted by the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about that, but I want to show you guys that they're dropping tacos over there in Arizona, which is cool as fuck. So hit that thumbs up over on Rumble. I'm going to drop the link to the merch store. Today I got on the Hooligan t-shirt. We got lots of items and lots of designs in the merch store. I will be dropping the link in the chat so you guys can check it out while we're figuring out how Arizona got to the point where they were dropping tacos on New Year's.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kenny Dar. New Year's Eve celebrations are in full effect. KGUT9's Vanessa Gongora is at the 2024 Taco Bell New Year's Eve Downtown Bowl Bash, hosted by the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, and has a live look at it with us now. Vanessa?
Yeah, Kenny, there's about a couple hundred people here right now, but that's okay because there's still 2 hours until the taco drops it like it's hot right behind me. The event is happening in downtown, right across from the Monica on Congress Street at the Mural Lot. I spoke to a few people here in attendance to share why they came here to ring in the new year.
We thought it'd be different, something special.
Phoenix visitors Angelina Moraga and Elizabeth DeValle say they're looking forward to the taco touchdown.
It's unique, it's not done anywhere else.
The taco drop all started in 2014, and since then, people from across the country have flocked to Tucson to get in on the action.
We've had visitors come all the way from Florida to tell us that they came here just because they saw the taco touchdown on TikTok.
Even coming all the way from New Orleans.
I just came out here, man, because I love the culture. I love the Hispanic food. I love the Mexican food, and it's just a great place to be, a great place to visit.
Ben Chulik, Arizona Bowl VP of Marketing, says this party does not cost a thing and is for all ages.
It's our effort to give back to the community and just kind of celebrate what we were able to accomplish a few days ago with the culmination of Bowl Week.
And no, there's no fee to enter. There's lots of food trucks here. There's a gin and juice garden, beer stations, all to keep you fueled up for the countdown of the big taco touchdown. And of course, that taco right there is going to go up in the sky and drop at midnight and help you ring in 2025. Of course, there's no New Year celebration without fireworks, so of course those will be going off. There's some live music, there's a silent disco, lots of things for you to still come and enjoy. You still have time, so come on out and give them something to talk about. For now, please have a safe and happy New Year. Reporting in downtown on Congress and Stone, Vanessa Gongora, KGUT9.
Well, like I said, Tucson, Arizona, out there dropping tacos on New Year's. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. That's fantastic. I want to see them drop the taco. That might be what I'm going to do next year. Anyways, like I said, I wanted to show you guys that yesterday and totally spaced it somehow. Next up, we got a sad story. It's titled, "This state's teachers will not be required to pass a basic skills test starting on J1." So yesterday, they're going to now lower the standards for certifying teachers in the state. I didn't write it down, so I'm not sure which state it is. We're going to find out coming up next, because first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about them dropping tacos in Arizona for New Year's. I bet some of you hooligans have probably seen it. We got hooligans all over the country. What's up, Cassie J? Happy freedom to you. Cassie J, that's so cool. A giant taco drop. I know, it's awesome. Snooks. You keep forgetting to say Snooks is hot. That's right, Snooks. That's why I was forgetting. Oh, I wanted to tell you, hooligans, that I hijacked the twerking Santa from Rumble yesterday, and I put it on our exclusive emojis. So if you have the membership program over on Rumble, you will remain in possession of the twerking Santa. So when Rumble takes away their twerking Santa, we have our own. I still need Alistair to kind of redo it for us, throw a hooligan badge on it, but it's there. Zero, now that New Year's Eve party looks fun. Yeah, I didn't see anybody wearing diapers or anything like that. I can't believe people go to New York and stand there and wear diapers. I just can't. There's no way I would do that. Nefties, you had some Christmas gifts get mail napped? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. The mail system's trash, neighbors are trash. It's rough stuff. If the postal people don't get you, the neighbors will. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation on Rumble. I appreciate the support. Thank you. It says Snooks is hot. Zupia, they need to paint that taco pink and get their numbers up. You know how many people would show up if they were dropping the pink taco on New Year's? Alright, Alistair, yeah, I'll send it to you right after the live. What's up, Lil Irish? Happy freedom and happy New Year to you. Oh, of course, Pumpkin. I didn't want twerking Santa to be gone. I wanted to keep him forever. What's up, Silly String? Happy freedom to you. Too old to care. Maybe Snoop is stocking up for the lawyer fees he knows that will be coming. Could be too old to care. You know Snoop Dogg's involved in that stuff. Did he come out and speak for Hyena Harris? I can't remember. They had so many people come out and speak. I can't remember if Snoop Dogg did or not. But Snoop Dogg's been doing, I don't know. He's been doing everything but rapping for like the last 30 or 40 years. So, I don't know. I am about 100% positive they got Snoop Dogg under their fingers. Mexico's Kyle. Tacos changed my life. I know, they changed my life too. Libby Racer, I like beefy burritos. That's what she said. That's what she said. Totally care. Snoop must have run out of money. He's everywhere. Yeah, well, I think he's got good branding. And so I think the Democrats and the elites and stuff, I think they use him for certain things, trying to lure in a certain kind of audience. Bobby, he's on the list. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pager Dad, Snoop's a bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't be 11 feet tall and weigh 75 pounds and be tough. That's just not how things work. Tony Rich, a Mexican taco changed my life. I believe you, Tony Rich. I'm not going to ask for any more details than that. What's up, Stern? Happy freedom. Cheeky Chop, Snoop's a hoe. He might be. What's up, somebody's mom? Happy freedom. Somebody's mom. Did Snoop burn one with Martha? Talking about Martha Stewart? I don't know. She looks like the kind of person to do meth and stuff, so I don't really know. I always thought that Martha Stewart and Hillary Clinton looked like they were related. I've thought that my whole life. Even before I knew that Hillary Clinton was an assassin. Too real. I don't see the big deal. Whenever I want to see a taco drop, I just go to the local strip club. Too real. I don't think we have any strip clubs where I live. I'd have to drive all the way to Arizona to see a taco drop. Somebody's mom. I'm having shredded beef tacos in a few minutes. Homemade, of course. That's awesome. Sounds fantastic. What's up, Turbo Goat? Happy freedom. Aw, crying over Trump in Israel. See, we're not even talking about Trump or Israel. It just reminds me of like showing up to someone else's get together and be like, guys, I'm really bent out of shape about some shit that you guys ain't talking about. Can I just sit here and just wallow in my own pity? Like, yeah, I guess. I'm not gonna ban you out of the chat. You can sit there and cry if you want. Just be quiet about it. Bobby, was it warm and moist? No comment, Bobby. I plead the fifth. Wayward pedo was the case that they gave him. That's an old ass Snoop song. That is so funny. Free thinking Texan, I'm saying. I love walking through Walmart and saying that really loud. I'm not gonna say it right here on the live, but you catch me in Walmart, you'll know. Snooks. Snoop Dogg wouldn't endorse Trump or Kamala. He's probably told to stay out of it. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't support Hyena Harris. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Snoop. He's flip-flopping. He's controlled. He's a controlled person. Like before I was doing all of this, I used to pay a lot of attention to music, right? Because I have a music production degree and all of that. And I've seen him go back and forth against other rappers a lot. Like the way he talks about Eminem. There's like a time period where he talks about how cool he is. Then there's a time period where he says that he's only cool because he's white. And that's the only reason people like him is because he's white. And if he wasn't white, then nobody would think he was cool. And then he went back to thinking he was cool again. And that's what I mean. Like Snoop is a very controlled. He's just a brand. He's just a brand that the elites can control. They want a certain type of audience to show up, or they got a certain kind of product to sell to a certain group of people. They'll bring his ass out and have him selling it. And that's just the way it goes. He's a very controlled person. We're going to get into this next one. It's titled, "This state's teachers will not be required to pass a basic skills test starting yesterday." So let's go ahead and get this pulled up. Maybe.
Now.
Here we go. Like I said, this is a sad story. They're no longer going to require these teachers, I'm not sure which state it is right this moment, but they're not going to require these teachers to be able to prove that they can read, write, and do math in order to be certified to be a teacher. So this is where we are in the world. Either way, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble, and let's get this rolling.
Now this. Beginning January the 1st, New Jersey will no longer require teachers to pass basic reading, writing, and math tests in order to receive their certification. What? Brian Brenberg is with me for the hour. Brian, why would we want someone who cannot pass a basic test teaching our children?
Well, you won't want them in order to teach reading, writing, and math. So then you kind of realize what the public education system has become. The focus isn't the things that make you smarter or prepare you for a career. The focus is too often in all these ideological things that I guess you don't know how to read and write about. You just need to be able to sort of preach the dogma about DEI or CRT or whatever is the woke thing of the day. But I'll tell you, this is why you need school choice. Because if you're a parent in New Jersey and you see this, what you ought to be able to do is say, you know what, I'm going to take my money and my kid, and I'm going to send them to a school where the teachers have to know how to do this stuff. And, then you'd get an education. And by the way, you wouldn't have school systems that would be able to do this kind of nonsense.
Is there a shortage? Is that one of the reasons that the standards are being lowered so low because of a shortage? Yeah, that's what they say. It's a shortage. So we don't have enough teachers. So we're going to change the rules to hire people who probably don't know how to teach, and that's going to solve that. That's government running your schools, people. That's what you get in this day and age. It's awful. All right, let's move on to this one. Colleges could see enrollment numbers fall to record lows, apparently, over the next decade. What's driving people away from higher education, do you think?
Well, demographics is one of those things. I mean, we've had falling birth rates. That means fewer people to go to college. But you also have fewer seniors who are choosing to go to college. The percentage of graduating seniors who go to a four-year college has dropped. And it's because so many of our four-year schools are a bad investment. I mean, you don't learn the things there that help you get a job that allows you to pay off your debt or to pay for school. And so more people are saying, well, maybe I'm going to try something else. I mean, this system is broken. People understand that at colleges and universities, they're not getting the education they should to justify the cost, and they're looking elsewhere. And that means schools are going to have to close, and that's probably what has to happen if we're going to have a higher education system that actually delivers results.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Great stuff, Brian Bremberg.
Okay.
Great to have you for the hour.
Yep.
Yay, let's lower the standards for teachers. What are they going to have to prove? It seems like you'll just be able to walk up and be a teacher in New Jersey now. You don't have to prove you can read, write, or do math. So what is the qualifications? What do you got to do? You just be there? You just show up? Are they hurting that bad for teachers? They're like, if somebody would please just show up to teach the kids, we'll take you, whoever you are. just go ahead, sit in the classroom with these students. Like, I don't know. That sounds not good. Now, it's not as bad as when, I think it was Georgia, hired those police officers. This kind of situation happened over there, and I want to say it was Georgia. There is a group of police officers that was hired right after the police department had lowered their standards for recruiting officers, and those officers pulled somebody over and beat them until they died. And the whole group did it. It was kind of like the Robert Brooks thing. It was a whole gang of officers beating somebody until they died. And after that happened, those officers were fired or, let go in one way or another. And then they came out and admitted, we lowered our hiring standards and we let all these guys in. And that's the whole group that came in under those lowered standards. And they're basically just gang members. Now we're going to do the same thing with teachers in New Jersey. We're just going to no standards. I mean, if you can't prove that you can read, write, and do math, what standard is there when it, especially to teaching? So they just show up and they're like, yeah, we're going to put you in the classroom with 30 kids, 35 kids, how many ever. And we'll just pray to God that you actually teach them something worth knowing. But we know they're going to make them pledge allegiance to rainbow flags and stupid shit like that, keep secrets, encourage them to cut their wiener off and all that other bad stuff. New Jersey's dropping the ball with this one. Next up, New Year's Day train stabbings in New York City. We got more subway crime coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about lowering the standard for teachers in New Jersey. Holy, guess I'm not going to say that out loud, but yeah. Breeze by you for real. Why go to college right now? Indoctrination centers. Yeah, if... The only reason I see for people to go to college is to get a certification that they need for a job they want, or they really want the information. If it's for anything else, college is a waste of time. Zero, well, it is New Jersey. They don't know how to talk either. Holy. Snoop is a has-been? Yeah. Josh 1776, happy freedom to you. Don't think it will matter, not like they want to learn. I don't know. I know it would be hard to make things worse. They say over half the country for the period of lockdowns that there's a huge percentage of young American kids that can't read, write, or do math because of the lockdowns and how bad things have gotten. But even when they go to school, they're not learning to read, write, and do math. So it's like kind of a waste of time no matter what. Energy woman, learn a trade. Yeah. David, parents need to teach kids extra. Yeah. Well, people should be homeschooling their kids if they have the ability, because the schools aren't teaching them anything. It's like a giant social experiment. Non-woke, next step to dumbing down America. Yeah. Yeah, people in New Jersey, they're about to get a lot dumber. Bobby, they're dumbing us down on purpose. Yeah, they gave us TikTok to shorten our attention span, and now they're lowering the standards for teachers. Libby Racer, the teachers will all be they, thems. Yeah, you're probably right. Zupia, this is opening the door for predators to enter the teaching system. This is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, New Jersey's signing up for it. Alistair, I think it's a college promise job placement. If they don't get you a job after, you should get a refund. Yeah, Alistair, that's part of, like, when I went to Full Sail, they did the same thing. They promised us that we would get jobs in the industry and all of that. They don't. They don't at all. They set up a resume database, and you put your resume in there, and then they let you know if anybody has recruited you from their database. I guess people like WWE and companies like that, they'll inquire about the database and find students that have good grades, good resumes, stuff like that. And you just pray to God that somebody selects you. But that's not exactly providing you with a job or helping you get a job. And that's why I was saying when they were doing the student loan forgiveness, I have reasons like that I could make claims on my $42,000 in student loan debt that I've been paying off for 10 years. I could make claims like that, saying that they made promises to me that they didn't keep, and they would just wipe my debt. But I wanted the education. I got the education I wanted. I didn't get a job in the industry, but at this point, I don't want one. Look, they're all a bunch of pedophiles. So I just pay off my student loans instead of asking them to wipe it. But yeah. Bobby, I'm the sling blade of sex. Holy, Bobby. you need to calm her down, Bobby. It's only Thursday. Holy. Energy woman becomes self-made. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Mr. B New? Happy freedom to you. Pumpkin, that's not right. Teachers should take tests. Education gets worse every day. Yeah, I agree, Pumpkin. Free thing in Texan. Tards teaching tards. Yeah, basically. It's unfortunate, but you know, that's where we are. What's up, Muskie Boss? Happy freedom. I teach my kids that teachers are tards. My kids actually manipulate them easily because I can't say that word. You guys are pushing it. Because the teachers are slow. Yeah. Yeah. I was not a great student, and I had a hard time dealing with teachers. But the teachers I got along with were the teachers that were real people, that treated me like a person. Those teachers that are like, oh, well, let's try and do this and da-da-da. I can't stand fake people. Can't stand fake people. So I always got cross with those kind of teachers, which is the majority of teachers. They all have crazy entitlement. They got crazy egos and stuff. Now they're going to have those big-ass egos, those giant heads walking down the hallway with less of an education than they had back when we were in school. I don't know. Not looking forward to that. Mr. B knew I hated school. I didn't know why. Looking back, I know now. Yeah. I didn't hate college, but I did not like school prior to college. Guess some. That's so funny. That's so funny. Holy. $20 is $20. Mm-hmm. What's up, Master Meatball? Happy freedom to you. Tony Rich, lowered standards are the norm. Yeah. Hopefully President Trump makes a change. Makes striving to be the best you can be great again. Because Lord knows it's not like that now. We celebrate you for being a loser. Why would you ever be anything other than a loser? And that's how things are. Look what the Democrats have done. They tried to make being a loser great again. That's what they did. But we're about to carry that right out to the trash. Master Meatball, just want to say I wrote an AI song about Trump, and in it I used the phrase shine bright and stand tall. That's badass, Master Meatball. I'd like to check it out. Hooligans Island, they want more money just to sit on their asses. Yeah. Patriot Operator, you have to learn to follow orders somewhere. Yeah, and that's basically all school is. It just teaches you to shut the hell up and go sit down and do what you're told. And you get out of school and then you become an employee because you're scared to become an employer. You don't know what'll happen. What if you fail? Some people don't think it's a real job, and you're scared to do the taxes. And what if you have to pay fees, and it's because the school never taught you how to do any of that shit? So then you get out of school, you're an employee, your boss bosses you around, treats you like shit, tells you to shut the hell up and go sit down somewhere. And that's it. And then you do that every single day until you die. You used to be able to retire, get pension, stuff like that. You can't do that anymore. Just like I was thinking the other day, I think it's kind of old-fashioned to ask kids, what are you going to be when you grow up? Because life's not like that anymore. Back in the day, you could get a really good job and work there until you retire. That's not really a thing anymore. You give 30 years of your life to a factory or a company or whatever, and they'll just turn around and fire you over the weekend because they felt like it, because they had their labor too high, or whatever reason they want to pull out of their ass. There is no real careers like that anymore unless you're self-employed and you can be on top of things enough to be able to roll with the punches and evolve with the times. That's the only way you can have a career. So asking a kid, what are you going to be when you grow up? I think that's a waste of time at this point. I feel that it's old-fashioned and stuff because the world just doesn't accept it anymore. And so that's kind of where we are. You're either innovative enough to go walk your own path and go find your own money, or you're going to be an employee the rest of your life. And that's it. In my age group, we don't get retirement. I'm paying into Social Security and I'll never be able to collect from it. And so that sucks. That sucks, but that's the way it is. And so, yeah, that's what schools are. They're there to teach you to take orders. What's up, Donald? Happy freedom. Rickle Pick. How can Lieutenant Dan walk with Jesus? He ain't got no legs. Nah, Jesus will make it happen. I remember when you guys used to tell me that I look like Lieutenant Dan when I had my dreads. I haven't heard that so long. It's always funny when it comes back up. Jay Spray, why not just have the kids teach themselves? Well, that's probably what'll happen in the future. We'll have AI programs and you'll just pick up your iPad and stare at it for 8 hours a day, and that'll be going to school. Eventually, we'll get the Neuralink and you can just install a USB stick and just download your education. It'll be like the Matrix. Guess some everything I know I learned from Grand Theft Auto. That's right, guess some. Me too. Alistair, buddy told me a few days ago I should look into getting an agent. Don't even know where to start or what the benefits are. That stuff is really tricky, Alistair, because when you start looking for people to help you with, publishing, marketing, things like that, they're all scam artists. And I mean, they might be good at their job, but at the same time, you're dealing with people where they offer you a service that sounds too good to be true, and you ask them how much it costs, and their response is, what is your budget? You talk to people who talk to you like that, they're fucking scam artists. That's why I don't want to work in the music industry, is because that's how all those people are. You find a producer that makes beats, you're like, how much is it to get exclusive rights to a beat? To a beat or an instrumental. And they'll say, well, what's your budget? Because they want to work that price. It's like they're selling a used car or some shit, and they're going to try and get as much off of it as possible. And it's real bad when you get to marketing and stuff like that, management. They're like, well, what's your budget? And you're like, I don't know. This is how much I make a month, because you don't know what else to say. And then they just manipulate your numbers. And they're like, yeah, for $6,000 a month, I could probably get you placement on Comcast News Channel, or put you up in Times Square, blah blah blah. And you're like, well, I don't have $6,000 a month. They're like, oh well, you're probably not good enough to work with me then, blah blah. And that's how it is talking with those people. It's shitty. 0, be self-promoting and market yourself. You can. It's difficult, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, it's nice to have friends in high places for that kind of stuff because they're already established. So you can throw them an article or an image or a video or whatever, and they can make 1 million people see it overnight. But it's hard to trust those people. So it's a difficult situation dealing with that. Josh 1776, make commercial jingles like Charlie Sheen. I've made jingles and stuff. I've never found anybody to buy them. I've done all that stuff. I've done post-production and all of that stuff. Every jingle I make is inappropriate, though. That's why it doesn't get recorded. I just sing them as I drive down the street. Guess, yeah. Yeah, there's me. When I started live streaming, that's what I looked like. Lieutenant Dan. I was cooler looking back then. Damn old age. What's up, Jamie? Happy freedom. Thank you for joining us over here on the website. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom to you. Bobby, do not go to the party. Yeah, exactly. Energy Woman, as Jordan Maxwell said, school is to teach you to jump and run when the bell rings. Yeah. Bobby, I got paddled in school several times. Not me. Never came across teachers wanting to do kinky stuff with me. That's terrible. No, they never wanted to tango with yours truly. Spent a lot of time in the office. Master Meatball, market yourself on YouTube. Yeah, you can. Agent, music for porn? Yeah, but they don't pay a lot. You can make porn music, but they don't pay top dollar for those background sounds. Brickle Pick, you should make music for video games. I have. I've done post-production. I've done ASMR videos. I've done video game music, rap music, dubstep, country. I've made 2 country songs, a rock song. I'm sure there's 3 jingles, 4 trailer audio, like the whole audio clip, the whole post-production, the music and everything. Yeah. Guess any school that teaches boys to turn in hot teachers is messed up. I don't know, guess I have like a 50-50. I'm always divided on that because grooming is bad even if it's a hot ass teacher. I remember being 16. I remember what it's like, but it's still wrong, okay? It's still wrong. Doesn't matter how hot the teacher is. Doesn't matter how vulnerable the 16-year-old boy is. Like, it's still wrong. It's still wrong. I know what I wanted to happen to me when I was 16, but, that's a different story. Regardless, next up, New Year's Day train stabbings in New York City. This is more subway crime. Like I said, we were covering it once a week. Now it seems to be every day. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get the subway crime pulled up. I don't know what to say. That's not her O-face. Either way, hit that thumbs up over on Rumble and let's get this rolling.
Violence erupting at New York City subway stations on New Year's Day. Police are reporting 2 stabbings at 2 different subway stations, and they were just minutes apart. News Nation's Alicia Nieves is in New York with the very latest this morning. Alicia, what are we learning from the authorities on this?
Yeah, good morning, Marky. Feels like a bit of deja vu. It's another morning and we're standing in front of a subway system reporting on more violent crimes happening on the nation's largest transit system. As you noted, 2 stabbings happening yesterday on New Year's Day. We know that both of those stabbings happened just before 10 a.m., just minutes apart on opposite sides of the city. We also know both victims in that case, though, they are okay. They're in stable condition in the hospital this morning. But these New Year's Day subway stabbings coming after a man, as we reported yesterday, was pushed onto the tracks as a train was approaching a station on New Year's Eve, so the day before. And then, of course, it comes after a horrific incident on the city's transit system just days before Christmas. That case, a woman intentionally set on fire and killed while she slept on a train. Now, the severity of these recent subway attacks has made riders, we're talking tourists and residents, just more and more fearful of the nation's largest transit system. But city officials are very quick to point to data that actually shows, exempting the pandemic years of 2020 and 2021, the number of reported crimes on the subway system is actually the lowest year to date since 2010. Now, while this is true, Marky, we dug into the numbers a little bit more. This is true for all overall reported crimes. But when you look at murders specifically, probably the most serious crime, there were 10 in 2024. That actually ties for a record 25-year high that we saw in 2022. And another kind of concerning bit of the data is that these more violent attacks have actually occurred during peak hours and traditionally non-violent areas of the transit system. Marky?
Yeah, what is going on? Just frightening. Alicia Nieves, thank you so much for that live report. Thanks for watching.
It's so hard to concentrate. That woman's lips was in 3D. Like, I don't know. It looked like when you crumble up a soft pack of cigarettes. Like, that's what her lips look like. Anyways, next up, individual seen placing possible explosives. We have a plethora of videos related to the Cybertruck explosion that we covered yesterday, as well as the New Orleans incident that happened where the guy drove that vehicle down the road and ran over a bunch of people, killed 10 people, I think, or maybe it was 13 people. I don't know. Killed a bunch of people, did a bunch of bad stuff, and we got a ton of videos on it. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about these stabbings in the New York City subway. Where's the Guardian Angels? I thought the Guardian Angels was going to start patrolling the subway. Now, yesterday's incidents were from New Year's Eve, which is when the Guardian Angels declared that they were going to start doing something in the subway. And so we kind of excused yesterday's videos because it may have been before the Guardian Angels was patrolling. But they should have been around New Year's Day, according to what they were saying. So how did 2 different stabbings happen at the same time in separate locations if those guys are actually out there patrolling? Or were they just raising awareness to their brand? Were they just marketing themselves and they're not actually out there making the subway a better place? I don't know a whole lot about them, but I'd like to know where the hell are they if, they plan on doing that. Anyways, like I said, we're going to read through the chat, and we got a whole bunch of videos that are all related to the New Orleans incident as well as the Cybertruck incident in Vegas. Snooks, it's 15 people dead now. Thank you for updating me, Snooks. Snooks, where's the cops and the National Guard? Yeah. I don't know what else to think about the New York subway. There's National Guard, there's police officers, there's Guardian Angels, there's cameras watching everything, and then there's still crime every single day. Like, that just doesn't make sense. And then they still try and tell everybody, oh, it's safe. Oh, it's safe. It's safe if you're a criminal. Otherwise, it doesn't sound very safe. What's up, Christy Star? Happy freedom to you. Guess it's lower because they're running short on victims. Yeah. Whoa, what the hell just happened? That was weird. Free the taxi. You won't find my ass in the New York City subway. Yeah, I'm the same. There's no way. I'd like to see New York and stuff, but there's no way I'd go in the subway. Nope. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. Kelly Kaku, they do have cops in the subway. Yeah, but they're not doing anything. They have National Guard there, too. Same. Not doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. They're just there. Showing up. Wayward, I'm glad I live in a city where nobody minds their own business. Yeah, Wayward, it's kind of like that around here. If somebody came up and tried to stab somebody in a public space or do anything bad like that, everybody would be like relieved. They'd be like, oh, I've been waiting for this kind of shit. That's the way people are around here. Like, if there was somebody coming to town acting like an asshole, the police wouldn't even show up. Just the locals would handle it. Shroomish, if the FBI knew there was going to be an attack, why didn't they stop it? It's a little fishy. Yeah, Shroomish, they said the same thing about J6. They said they knew for weeks the J6 was going to be happening, that it was going to happen. They were watching people coordinate and plan things. They were reading text messages and emails and all kinds of stuff. They knew this was going to happen more than 2 weeks in advance. How come they didn't stop it? How come Nancy Pelosi didn't call the National Guard? And all the other stuff that they cry about with J6. It's because it's always like this. It's always like this. Every time there's a school shooting or something like that, the FBI had known for at least a year. Well, why didn't they stop it? Because they want it to happen. And whenever they say that stuff, it makes me think that's when they coordinated with them. When it says, oh, he came up on the FBI radar a year prior to the event, to me, that's when they met him. That's when they started coercing him into being the person that he became to go and carry out and execute the mission. And that's what it always feels like to me. Because the FBI seems to always be involved. They always know who the bad guy is. And they know well in advance. And then the events still take place. I don't know. It's a pattern. Non-woke, I'm sick of border crossers and shapeshifters. Me too, non-woke. Me too. What's up, 8Co? Happy freedom to you. Musky Boss, when I hear about bad stuff and liberal dumps, I cheer now. I feel bad for those people, but you're right. They voted for it, so, you know, they're getting what they asked for. Bobby, all this shit makes me crazy. All I want is boobs. I'm saying, Bobby. We need less crime and more boobs in this country. Bobby, the Amazon strike fucked my delivery up. Did it? It's weird that we're not hearing anything about that anymore. Amazon and I can't remember who the other people were. Amazon and somebody else, they all went on strike at the same time, and then it just stopped. It just stopped all of a sudden. I can't remember who the other people were. Amazon and somebody. Oh, Astrohammer, I forgot about that person. I can't even remember what that story's connected to. That person's a teacher or something like that, I think. Christy Star, I'm glad I carry a gun here. Yeah, Christy Star, that's how I am too. But when you get on the subway, you're not supposed to bring a gun with you. I guess it's like it'd be unfair to the criminals, I guess, if you brought a gun with you on the subway. I'm not sure why those rules are like that. Hair juicer, help! That man stabbed me. Huh. You're right, sir. Yeah, hair juice, that's exactly what it's like. Non-woke, forget carrying pepper spray, carry a fire extinguisher. Yeah. You carry those Diablo packets. You slap somebody with a Diablo packet, it only takes one. It only takes one. Disco, I think the Canadian post office was on strike. Oh, I didn't hear about that. There was 2 different groups on strike, and I can't remember who it was. I know Amazon was one, but I can't remember who the other one was. I'll have to look back through my own videos to figure it out. What's up, XB? Happy freedom to you. Stern got a new phone. That's badass. What's up, Contempt? Happy freedom. Contempt. What if we're not waiting for less crime? We might be waiting for no more crime at all. I don't know if we could eliminate crime, but it would be easy to make less crime. All we have to do is make accountability great again. People would not push the limits so much if there was actual consequences. What's up, Spirit Matter? Happy freedom. What's up, Visions? Happy freedom to you. What's up, J-Dog? What's up, Mitchell? Walk it off. Yeah. J-Dog, half of the New York City police are DEI hires. I believe it. So many people left when the jabs became mandated. There was, in most industries, all the good people walked away because they didn't want to be forced into taking something that they didn't believe in. Snooks. Oh yeah, Starbucks. That's right. Starbucks went on strike. I remember now. Thank you for reminding me, Snooks. Yeah, it was Starbucks and it was Amazon. And then all that stuff just got swept under the rug. Guess I'm banning those assault subways. That's what we need to do. Yeah, I guess I'm having a day. Zero Bambi Al-Qaeda drinks Starbucks. I believe it. I almost smacked Bambi Al-Qaeda a couple days ago, and I felt weird afterwards because I got full coverage now. I pay like $200 a month for full coverage insurance on my car. And so I passed the deer without smoking it, and then I felt a little regretful because it's like $1,200 to fix my car, and I'm not sure if I want to spend the money because it may not actually fix what's wrong with it. And I only believe that because I've gone through it so many times. So after I passed the deer safely, I kind of was like, I should have smoked him. I should have smoked the deer. I could have got a new car. And so, I don't know. Now I got weird feelings after I passed Bambi Al-Qaeda. Anyways, we're going to get into this next video here. This is individual seen placing possible explosives. This has to do with the New Orleans incident that happened. Now, before we get into this, I want to remind you guys really quick. If you would like to join the membership program over on Rumble, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. Now, if you're on Android and using the Rumble app, you're unable to see that big red subscribe button. So you got to go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and like I said, right below where you type in the chat, you will see that big red subscribe button. Click that button and jump through the hoops, and your name will be highlighted as an official Rumble hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, scream and goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during the live, so definitely go get yourself a membership over on Rumble. Let's get these videos pulled up. Like I said, we got a plethora here related to the Cybertruck incident in front of Trump Tower in Vegas, as well as the New Orleans incident that happened. These next like 4 or 5 videos are all connected to these incidents, gathering data that we didn't have yesterday. Hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble, and let's get this rolling.
We're just hearing now from the Associated Press that investigators have reviewed video of 3 men and a woman placing explosives around, possible explosives around this area. Tracy, this is brand new into our newsroom. So what does that tell you? And to the point about the sheets, I think the sheets were also put up to shield the hotel guests' eyes from the carnage on the street. So you're right with those 2 points. But now we're hearing this video of 3 men and 1 woman placing items, and it seems as though they are connected to the suspect. Tracy, what do you say to that?
Well, this is very, very similar to the Boston Marathon bombing that was just brought up, and the Tsarnaev brothers, where you had 2 of them, right, placing those IEDs. This is not at all surprising because I do think it would have taken multiple individuals to place the IEDs, plan on where that placement would be, as well as then obviously use the vehicle to ram this crowd. But what that also tells me as well is, look, I'm former law enforcement. I think law enforcement is actually doing an excellent job here, but it seems to me that there may not have been explosive sweeps that were done of the French Quarter and of Bourbon Street in particular as a result of securing this area, because part of me does wonder if that explosive would have been picked up by either a dog or a device. Again, I can't say for certain if that occurred, but part of me does wonder. There's no question they are now looking for these individuals and combing through particularly that digital evidence.
And Peter, I want to ask you about how investigators handle the IEDs. I want to drill down a little bit so you can explain to us how this works, because it's my understanding that some were found and some may not be true IEDs. You know, what is the process like? It's obviously a very dangerous situation. We know that robots are used in some types of investigations with this. Talk us through how investigators work with IEDs.
Well, the most important thing is the safety of the public and, of course, safety of law enforcement. So what they'll do is they'll cordon off an area and they will use bomb squads, or the FBI and ATF both have special agent bomb technicians. They will render those devices safe, which sometimes means detonating them in place And then what they'll do is they will look at those items, look at how they were manufactured, what components were involved, and they'll try to track down where those items that were used to make the ID were purchased in an effort to identify who helped manufacture these IEDs. But I mean, the most important thing, again, is public safety. And that's why sometimes these crime scenes take so long to process, is because it takes time for the bomb squad or for the special agent bomb technicians to go in there and render these devices safe, while at the same time trying to maintain as much of the physical evidence contained in these devices as possible. Because again, it's evidence. They want to be able to present it in court, especially if they identify additional co-conspirators. And then the other thing is they look at the signature of these devices to try to see if they're tied to potentially other devices or even devices that are found overseas, so they can see who is instructing these people on how to manufacture these devices. So it's a painstaking process. But again, public safety is the most important part of the process.
One thing that I heard in Brian's reporting, the last thing he said was talking about the fear, but also the anger, that these bollards weren't up, that the right protection didn't seem to be in place. They were working on it. That much we know. And for people who don't know what a bollard is, those are those short, thick posts that create a barrier. You know, we see them down on Wall Street. You've probably seen them outside of a bank, retailers. They use them so that people can't ram into a bank or a retailer. And we've seen them in some public areas. Not sure exactly. We've got the cars that Brian Enton talked about, police cars that were used to hopefully try to prevent something like this from happening. But, you know, now looking back at it, I mean, this is going to be a huge part of the story, Tracy.
This is going to be a huge part of the story, no question. And you know what's interesting, Laura, is that these bollards were put up in 2017 in this area in direct response to a vehicle terrorist attack by ISIS in Nice, France during Bastille Day. That's why they were put up. And they were refurbishing them, obviously, because of the Super Bowl and the other activities that you had mentioned. One of the things that they failed to do, the bollards, as you mentioned, at banks and the Capitol, all of those places have them, is they typically do extend through the sidewalks. And that's what they didn't have here. Those police cars did block off the street, but as we saw, this terrorist drove up, and as Brian mentioned, up and around the sidewalk. So these bollards didn't extend past there, these makeshift ones. And in my opinion, that was a security issue that was absolutely missed in this case.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to join.nn.
All right. Weird story there saying, oh, there was multiple explosives found, and they believe that these 3 men and one woman were wandering around placing these IEDs on random shit. It's a weird story because I didn't hear anything about any explosives or explosions going off. You heard about the guy, you know, running people over and shooting into the crowd and shooting at cops, and the cops smoked him and whatever, and didn't hear anything about explosives. Now out of nowhere, they're just making claims that, oh yeah, there was people placing explosives there too. But none of them did anything. They were just there. I don't understand the point of that. Supposedly these people showed up, they hid explosives, and then they left. This guy ran over everybody, did what he did, terrible things, and then the event was over, and then they just found them. They were just like, oh, by the way, we think his buddies planted some IEDs here. They didn't do anything with them. They just hid them where nobody could see them, and we magically found them. And now we're going to tell everybody there was explosives there too. What? Very weird. That is very weird. Next up, we got more of this same subject. It's titled NOLA Attack. Authorities execute multi-state search warrants. This is just more details based on the guy that did this stuff that happened in New Orleans or whatever. It's about that guy. It's more details on him. It's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about this potential explosive situation that was in the background of the New Orleans incident. I don't even know how to word it. Either way, reading through the chat. Zero, conveniently, these were under maintenance. Yeah. Well, even in the video, they're saying, well, there was IEDs and then not actual IEDs. I don't know. They said it weird. Like some of them were the real deal. They were actual explosives, and the other ones were fake explosives. But that if they're hidden and they were never used, then Why would anyone make fake explosives? Like, that whole story is so weird. Introducer ball lords? They look like some ball lords. Some ball sackians. Guess I'm kind of like the J6 pipe bombs. They will destroy them, and then any evidence, they'll link them to the FBI. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I was going to say the same thing. In J6, they said that there was explosives and stuff, and it's like, what do you mean? We covered 17 hours of that day. Don't remember any explosives happening. Like, what the hell? And they kept making those claims and stuff. And I don't know if they did that to try and say that it was an insurrection, because those are technically weapons. And unless you consider that a weapon, that would have been the only weapon, because being armed with flagpoles isn't exactly what people have with them or even considered weapons during an insurrection. So I think that they might have talked about the explosives thing to push that insurrection idea. But it also could just be it's like salt. When they got a story they want everyone to focus on, they just sprinkle a little bit of pipe bombs on there until everyone pays attention. They're like, oh, by the way, this event, it's even worse than you thought it was. And I don't know. It just sounds weird to me. Sounds like they're adding to the story. But why? Why would they do that? Reaction. Where did all the drones go? They banned the airspace in New Jersey. Not the whole state. Certain cities in New Jersey banned their airspace. They banned drones from being there. And if there is drones in the sky, the police are authorized to use lethal force. They said that, and from that point on, I haven't seen anything about drones. It's kind of like North Carolina. We were hearing that the federal government was not helping those people that were suffering from Hurricane Helene and Milton, and they're living in tents in winter conditions in cities that still look apocalyptic, and the federal government's not helping them, and everyone's worried that these people are going to die in their tents due to exposure. And then all of that news just disappeared. They're not talking about North Carolina. They're not talking about the drones anymore. They're not talking about the pardons that Biden did anymore. All that stuff just got swept under the rug. Ghostly, it's CIA 100% Fed boy shit. Yeah, that's what I think too. Energy woman, cue the fog. Yeah. Or yeah, we have national fog that they don't talk about. Guess flagpole a weapon if I had a nickel. Yeah. Yeah, get some. What's up, Kevin? Happy freedom to you. Kelly Kaku, happy freedom to you. They still haven't caught the J6 bomber yet either. FBI needs to be totally reviewed. The personnel are not competent as things are. Kash Patel needs a clean house. Yeah, absolutely, Kelly Kaku. There was some videos out there that didn't make it on the schedule where they were saying they're pushing for Congress or whoever to go through and certify the new cabinet. Get them certified so they can start working on stuff, because there's back-to-back attacks happening. And I don't think the Congress or whoever will do that. I don't think they'll move things along, fast-forward everything, just because our country's being attacked. I think they like it. And so, if anything, they might delay everything. But that stuff's in the news as well. Pumpkin, all that about the terrorists just seems weird. It does seem weird. It's like a separate story. And it not only does it sound like a separate story, but it just sounds totally made up. Like, how is the two things related? The truck incident actually happened. The explosive thing, nobody would know if it wasn't on the news, because there wasn't any explosions. So it feels like a separate story, and then it also feels like it didn't happen because there really was no outcome. What's up, Barsick? Happy freedom. What's up, Alien Invader? Happy freedom to you. Hooligans Island? No, I don't even know what that is. Visions. Kudos to Cash. Yeah. It'll be nice when the new cabinet gets in. We can actually start doing something instead of just documenting all the downfalls the Democrats have given us. What's up, everything? Happy freedom. Both stationed on Fort Bragg. Ruth, the Trump Golf Club terrorist, frequently visited Fort Bragg. Yeah. Maybe Fort Bragg needs to be investigated. Holy hair juicer. Holy hair juicer. Okay, holy hair juicer. We still haven't figured out Trigger Crazy's new name. I'm still voting for Boob Master. I ain't seen him yet today, but I'm gonna tell him when I see him. Anyways, we're gonna get into this next one. Like I said, this is a follow-up video. This is titled NOLA Attack. Authorities Execute Multi-State Search Warrants. This is more details on what happened in New Orleans about the driver specifically. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble and let's get this rolling.
As investigators piece together what led up to Wednesday's terror attack. You were looking live at Bourbon Street this morning, still closed off. The FBI says 15 people were killed, at least 35 were hurt when this man, Shamsuddin Jabbar, plowed through a large crowd, got out of his pickup truck and opened fire before being killed by police. President Biden saying Jabbar had a desire to kill as many people as he possibly could and was influenced by ISIS. We have live team coverage on every single angle of this story. Let's start things off with News Nation's Alex Capriello, who is live on Bourbon Street in New Orleans this morning. Alex, get us up to speed 24 hours later here. What's the latest in the investigation?
Hey, good morning to you, Marky. Technically, this is still an FBI crime scene, although the FBI says that they are planning on turning it over to local authorities at some point later this morning. In the meantime, the famous street right here in the French Quarter will still be off limits to the public, although we are also hearing that it could be opened up later today. We know the Sugar Bowl is in town and expected to happen this afternoon. Overnight, we just heard authorities were executing search warrants that were also here in New Orleans, as well as Houston, as well as we are also hearing in other states like Las Vegas and Colorado. Victims, as far as we know, still 15 deceased, more than 35 that were injured. That number, though, expected to grow as more and more people confirm that they were injured. We can obviously imagine the number of people that fled the scene here on Bourbon Street when everything happened on New Year's Day. Those people still coming forward. The alleged terrorist, Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42-year-old Army veteran from Houston, Texas. The authorities say that he has expressed some sort of ideations that align with ISIS. The authorities say that he had an ISIS flag attached to that truck that was driven right down Bourbon Street. And they say that he had actually rented that truck, and inside were more guns and explosives. Jabbar apparently shot down by New Orleans police shortly after driving right down Bourbon Street, but not before he was also able to fire off some of the shots of his own, striking 2 police officers who are now in stable condition. Take a listen.
We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We are aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates. That's why we need the public's help. We are asking if anybody has any interactions with Shamsuddin Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. The FBI is asking the public's help. We're asking anyone who has information, video, or pictures to provide it to the FBI.
We haven't had a press conference since yesterday afternoon. We're hoping to get more information later today from both the FBI. I'm also told that at some point New Orleans Fire Department will be having some sort of press conference or letting us in on some more information about another scene that was not far from the French Quarter.
Yeah, and Alex, I wanted to ask you about that because there was that parallel investigation happening in that neighborhood near this crime scene. What all do we know about that at this point?
So that was the first place I headed to yesterday. We had our team coverage here in the moments after the attack happened. Brian Enton stationed here on Bourbon Street, but I was actually about 2 miles away from Bourbon Street at an Airbnb that authorities are connecting to this attacker. And essentially what I heard from the neighbors that were living there was that they were all asked to evacuate at around 8 a.m. yesterday morning. Authorities really did not tell them why, but the assumption here is that it was entirely possible that other improvised explosive devices might have been being created or stored at that Airbnb. And so it was another FBI crime scene yesterday where they were not allowing anybody near it, as authorities at the federal and state and local level were doing clean sweeps of that Airbnb location. Still waiting to see whether or not that crime scene is going to be released at some point today, although they were allowing residents back to their homes last night.
Yeah. And it begs the question if those Sugar Bowl crowds are safe here, today, 24 hours later. Alex, thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Well, like I said, it was more details about the incident, about the driver from the incident in New Orleans. We were wondering about that flag attached to his truck, and a lot of you guys were saying that it was connected to ISIS. Now they're actually admitting that he did have some sort of ISIS ideology going on. It's no good. A lot of people are wondering why the barriers were taken down. Why was he able to even access the crowd of people? And I haven't heard any answers for that kind of information. Next up, we have suspect in Vegas and NOLA attacks served at the same army base. In this video, they're talking about weird coincidences between these two actions that happened. Now, the FBI has come out and said that they do not believe that these two attacks were coordinated. It's the Fed boys, so I mean, take that for what you will. But they're in this coming up video, they're talking about how both drivers served in the military together. They served at the same time at the same base. They also rented their vehicles from the same app. And like I said, the FBI is saying that the two attacks were not coordinated, but I think that's kind of a constantly evolving thing, because there's a lot of videos that are saying opposite things, contradictory information about them potentially being linked to each other or not. So, like I said, the Fed boys say it, so you got to take it as a grain of salt. After that, we got Representative Kennedy is going to tell us our opinion. As you can see in that video that we just covered, you could see Kennedy in the background, kind of off to the side there of the woman that was speaking. But we're going to hear from him directly and hear what his thoughts are, because he talks about whether or not it's going to be covered up, whether or not he thinks the Fed boys are telling him the truth or telling the American people the truth, and all of that stuff. And I like Kennedy. So anyways, all of that's coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about the new details from the driver from the New Orleans incident. Zero, the truck and the Cybertruck, they're both electric vehicles. Is that vehicle electric vehicle? I didn't realize it was. I thought it was a regular truck. That's interesting. Breeze by you, if the feds are talking, they're lying. Yep. I think you're right. And happy freedom to you, Breeze by you. Guess according to Ford, that will not be covered under the warranty. Yeah, I guess I didn't think it was. Guess he was speeding too. He should get a ticket. That's right. They're gonna make his kids pay for the ticket. ACO rentals, yeah. Done. Anything the government denies comes out as the truth within a few months. Yep, Dutton, you're right. Screaming Eagle, there are no coinky dinks. Yep, this is something much more. Bobby, you think they were lovers? They were just having a falling out and they took it out on all of us? You never know. Patriot Dad, Trump said our worst enemies are here, and I agree. Yep. Well, shit, we let 25 million of them come across the border. Just let it happen. Cricket Kiss, FBI, believe the opposite. Yep. Cricket Kiss, Bragg is the #1 military psychological facility the military runs. You think they're producing homegrown terrorists? What's up, Rip Curl? Happy freedom to you. Rip Curl, I think they know what's going on here and or more coming. Yeah. It kind of, I don't know. It reminds me of the RV incident. When the RV exploded in Nashville or whatever on Christmas Day and knocked out a whole block. And then the information coming out was really weird. They were trying to say he was like a conspiracy theorist or something. He was trying to knock out a 5G tower. I don't know. Their claims for that incident meant a whole lot of nothing. And then for like a week or two, they kept finding abandoned RVs all over the place. And I don't know, for some reason it feels very similar. Like it's fabricated. The whole incident is staged. Patriot Dad, who immediately rolled up the ISIS flag? That's a good question, because all those images you saw of the truck, it was like rolled up and then I don't know if they had a rubber band on it or what, but it was banded so you couldn't see the flag, and I highly doubt he did all of that so people couldn't see the flag. You know, that doesn't make sense. Somebody tried to hide the flag. Pumpkin, they were talking about putting DC on lockdown for what? I'll have to take a gander. I'm trying to remember, because I did see a video saying that in DC they went into lockdown for somebody drove on the sidewalk. There was a person driving a vehicle on the sidewalk and it put DC into lockdown. That's what it is. There might be a video now, but when I was looking at it, there was just pictures of the street and dialogue provided. There was an actual video of the person on the road or on the sidewalk. Wasn't images of it or anything like that. And like I said, I don't know what's out there now, but at the time, that's what I was seeing, is that DC went into lockdown because somebody had drove on the sidewalk. I don't know where or if anybody was hurt or anything like that. Wayward, in the video of him driving into the area, you can see the flag is rolled before the attack. Interesting, Wayward. See, why have the flag? Why have the flag if he had it rolled up so no one could even tell what the flag was? Maybe he was just told to do that just to make sure he had the flag. Maybe he was worried about being stopped. Maybe if the flag was unraveled, somebody would have stopped him and he wouldn't have been able to do what he was doing. So maybe he rolled it up because the only requirement was to have the flag with him when he committed the atrocity, and the flag was there. So I mean, you never know. Pumpkin, so we can't drive on the sidewalk no more? Well, damn, I know, they're just taking all our freedoms away. Pumpkin, what's up, Joe Lexi? Happy freedom. All the spiked fencing is back up in DC. Yeah, I believe it. Kevin, yeah, I can't talk about that stuff. These other platforms are soft. What's up, Find It, Fix It? Happy freedom to you. It was relation to the killing of the leader. The leader of what? What's up, Soul For Real? Happy freedom to you. Master Meatball, the government's the cause of our problem. I think you're right. What's up, Cinderella? Happy freedom to you. Visions. Sure, I'm sure I saw it waving when turning in front of the Leo car. See, I haven't seen the video. I haven't seen the video that you guys are talking about, so I don't really know. Gonzo. I'm concerned going down there for inauguration on the 20th. Oh, I wouldn't be concerned. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people and stuff, but I don't think, I mean, I don't know what I could say. You know, I can't promise everything's going to be okay. But I assume that if you were going to be safe, it'd be at the inauguration. Hooligans Island, Black Rock's connected to all. Absolutely. Steve S., the flag was to sell the narrative afterwards. It could be. And like I was saying, they could have just required him to have the flag, which is why it wouldn't have been unraveled. Like I said, it could have jammed up his plan. So he shows up, he does the thing, they can blame it on ISIS, and another story down the tubes. Everything. The director of the car app previously worked for Obama admin out of New York. Interesting. Everything. I haven't heard that yet. Zero. FBI wrapped it up so we couldn't see it. There's pictures of the truck without the flag too. FBI probably took it down. Definitely could be. Zero. Snooks, I thought I seen the flag flying free too. Not wrapped up when it plowed through. Zupia, the leader of his mosque, made a public statement telling everyone who knew this guy not to talk to the FBI. The mosques in the country are all well known to be funding terrorist cells. Yeah, that's no good, Zupia. Pumpkin, Walter's speech was strange, or yesterday was strange too. But he is always strange. Anyway, yeah, Pumpkin. I haven't seen Old Man Walter's speech. I know that he was supposed to talk, but I didn't see it. Find it, fix it. It was retaliation for the killing of the leader of ISIS. What does the people on Bourbon Street have to do with that? Or was it just like, a killing in the name of, right? Like this is a random killing in redemption, or in retaliation for the killing of the ISIS leader. I mean, I suppose I could see that. Alright, we're going to get into this next one. Like I said, suspects in Vegas and NOLA attacks served at the same army base. In this video, they're going to talk about all the coincidences between these two incidents that happened. Now, like I said, the Fed boys are saying, FBI is telling everyone that these two incidents were not coordinated, but it's the Fed boys saying that. So you got to take it for what you will. But either way, they're going to be listing all the similarities between these two events that happened. I don't know. Suspicious of all of it at this point. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble and let's get through this.
New this morning, investigators say a man with ties to Colorado Springs was behind the wheel when that Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Matthew Livelsberger was killed in that blast. 7 other people were hurt. Overnight, federal investigators were searching a home in the Springs tied to the suspect.
We are also learning about connections between Livelsberger and the man accused of driving down Bourbon Street in New Orleans, purposely hitting people and firing shots into the crowd. Both men were Army veterans, and sources tell Denver 7 investigates that both men served at the same military base at some point.
This morning we have team coverage starting with Natalie Chuck in Colorado Springs. And Natalie, both men also rented trucks for the attacks from the service called Turo.
That's right. Good morning, Nicole and Anusha. Right now, we are coming off of a pretty uneventful evening here at what is believed to be the apartment complex belonging to that driver of the Cybertruck that exploded in Las Vegas. But now we are seeing some activity. We were all just asked to leave the area and move down the hill a couple of blocks. You can see law enforcement behind me actively blocking off Autumn Knoll Drive right behind us. A couple of blocks up and to the left is where that complex is that they are looking at. Originally, law enforcement just had a single set of units blocked off, but now, as you can see, it is that whole entire neighborhood. People are beginning to wake up as the sun starts to come up, people walking their dogs, and this is what they are waking up to on the second day of 2025. I want to give you a look at the footage from around 9 o'clock last night when law enforcement started creating a perimeter right here. The apartment in question, sources confirmed they believe belongs to that man, that driver of the Cybertruck, and that is what investigators are honing in on here. We do not know or believe right now that investigators have actively gone in and searched that unit yet, but they have been monitoring this area all night long. We know that local and federal law enforcement agencies have boots on the ground here. A Colorado Springs police officer was just speaking with us earlier, originally saying we were going to have to leave the area at 7 o'clock. But as you can see, they had us do that a bit early. We also know that FBI and ATF agents were seen here last night, along with armored vehicles at the local police station that is just a few minutes away. Now, I want to give you a look at how far that Cybertruck traveled. One possible route from the address here in Colorado Springs to the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas can be seen on your screen. That's more than 800 miles. It's about a 12-hour drive. I did speak with a neighbor here who says she never noticed a Cybertruck in the area. She says it's something that typically would stick out. And again, like you mentioned earlier, those trucks, both this truck, this Cybertruck, and the truck involved in the New Orleans attack are believed to have been rented from an app called Turo that is used to rent out personal cars. Turo issuing a statement last night saying nothing was flagged on either of the suspects' accounts when they rented these cars that would cause them to question any sort of security threat. But of course, we are hoping to learn more about all of that today. We are expecting an update from law enforcement at some point today here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
But for now, live in Colorado Springs, I'm Natalie Chuck, Denver 7.
All right, Natalie, thank you. Yeah, very interesting, the connections between them and whether that turns out to be a coincidence or something coordinated. We still have a lot of questions. We want to bring in Denver 7's Sam Pena now following the attack in New Orleans.
And Sam, we're hearing from people with close ties to Colorado who were there when that attack happened.
Yeah, that's right, Anusha, Nicole. For many folks, this was supposed to be a night of celebration, including for our former Denver resident, Franz Barraza, who also happened to be a photojournalist for our Denver 7 Investigates team. Now, Barraza told us that he and his wife made a last-minute decision to go out for some New Year's festivities. They were heading home at around 3 in the morning when he says he noticed hundreds of police officers working to maintain control of what he later learned was a horrifying scene.
The cops were just guiding us through out of the clubs. Everybody was being guided away from the area. And as soon as we walked out, I saw at least 5 bodies laying on the floor. It was scary. It was pretty shocking. Some people were crying. I saw blood, and it's just not what you imagine to how to start the 2025. You know, just seeing that it was pretty crazy.
The attack has also had far-reaching impacts for other events. Later in the day, the Sugar Bowl will be taking place after it was postponed. That's going to be happening at Caesars Superdome, which is less than a mile away from where the attack took place and was also the former home of Broncos head coach Sean Payton, who spent 16 years as the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Payton was asked about the heartbreaking attack during his media availability yesterday.
It's gut-wrenching news, especially this time of the year. There's no great time of the year, but when it happens, you know, when so many people are down there for the bowl game and down there for the New Year's festivities, I hate it.
And Anusha, the timing of this attack is even more devastating. Investigators telling us that Bourbon Street is normally a prime spot for New Year's revelers, but it had a major influx of people there because of all the college football fans in town, and that led to even more terror.
My goodness, I mean, this morning we're just starting to hear from the people who saw that, including the folks that, you know, used to be here with us as well, and that's just gut-wrenching, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I mentioned earlier, Franz was the first person that I worked with. He ran my first live shots down here. So if there is one blessing to hear and all that, I was glad to be able to hear that he's safe.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam.
Well, like I said, that video mentioning the details that kind of a coincidence between the two events that have happened. But like I said, the Fed boys are insisting that these two events that happened are not connected. They were not coordinated. Next up, we got the last little bit of the news. This is Kennedy giving the details that he's gathered. He's over there in New Orleans, and he is in communication with the Fed boys and the local police and everything, and they're trying to figure out all the details of everything that happened in New Orleans. And he mentions that you can't trust the Fed boys. I mean, he basically says it. He says that you never know if the Fed boys are actually telling you the truth. He doesn't know if they're being transparent with him. He says that he's being transparent with the American people. And then he talks about whether or not he thinks the Fed boys are. He also talks about details they've seen, people he's talked to, things like that. Like I said, it's kind of Kennedy's point of view on what's going on there in New Orleans. Also, I showed the Cybertruck driver image that I obtained because the videos, they just don't show his picture. They act like they don't know what he looks like. Now, people have noticed the t-shirt he's wearing in this photo, and they've got it all translated out there. You can read it. I'm not going to say that bullshit out loud, but, you know, that looks suspicious. That looks suspicious. We had Ryan Ruth that was connected to the Ukraine. Now we got this guy who could be connected to the Ukraine. So, like I said, suspicious stuff. We're going to be hearing from Kennedy next, but first we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about all those little coincidences between the two attacks. Zero, at what point does it become mathematically impossible to not be a coincidence? Yeah, Zero, well, and all of that is based on the information we get. The things they withhold, the things they tell us that are not true. It all blurs the lines of whether or not something's a coincidence. Zero, got a root for Notre Dame. I heard Notre Dame is going out of business. I heard that they're gonna shut the school down because they don't have enough funding. I used to see Notre Dame every day. When I lived in Niles, it's only like 10 minutes from Notre Dame. Non-woke authorities say Hillary was a person of interest. Yeah, she was the one calling the shots. What's up, 5D? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I'm throwing my damn chapstick. Kalikaku, does anyone think that the Democrats will object the certification of the electors next week? I'm not sure what to think, Kalikaku. I know there's a lot of people that don't think that they're going to certify the election. There's a lot of people worried about how they're going to handle Trump's cabinet. I don't know. All I know is we're going to be covering it. That's all I know for sure. Tomorrow's the new Congress, I'm pretty sure. So that's, I mean, it's one of those checkpoints. We're waiting on the 3rd, the 6th, and the 20th. What's up, Roy? Happy freedom to you. Mary Todd, ground, not floor. Yeah, it always bothers me when people refer to the ground as the floor. I don't know why. I got terrible grammar, and for some reason when I hear people refer to the ground as the floor, like being outside, rubs me the wrong way. Free the attacks and fuck Biden's informants. Free the Texan, this is why I stay at home. I know, that's why I think too, Free the Texan. I keep seeing these events, and I'm like, man, they're attacking large groups of people, and then I was like, well, that'll never be me, because I can't stand being around other people. So, I don't know. It's not good. It's definitely not good. And like Zero was saying, it's almost like they don't want us to leave the house. Like they're trying to make us afraid to go outside by putting all these attacks on the screen, claiming that we got homegrown terrorists and all this stuff, trying to make people afraid to leave the house. What's up, Information Warlord? Happy freedom to you. Non-woke, Trump can't get sworn in quick enough. I agree. Kevin, did you see what Pepper caught last night? I did not, Kevin. MC, happy freedom to you. So Fort Bragg is an MK Ultra hub. Huh. It seems that way, MC. Patriot Dad, there's proof that the Vegas guy's wife is a profound Trump hater. Also, both attackers were Dem donors for Act Blue. Oh, I believe it, Patriot Dad. Kevin, my cat catches mice and stuff. What does yours do? Mine bothers me when he's hungry. He kisses stink bugs. That's what Klaus does. Non-woke, strange things happen on holidays under Biden's watch. You're right. Too old to care. Hold the line, hooligans. Stay positive. Absolutely too old. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom to you. Stoner. Jeff gets floored about that shit. I do. Can't stand when they're calling the ground the floor. David, don't be afraid to live. Yeah, can't be afraid to live. I gotta say that to people every once in a while because people are always worried about dying. Can't be worried about dying. Dying's fucking easy. It is so easy to die. Living is hard. Living requires some thought, you know. Worry about living. Don't worry about dying. Gotta worry about those good days. You gotta make them happen. Bad days happen on their own. You gotta make those good days happen. That's why you gotta worry about the living. Find it, fix it. He was one. Wait a minute. He was one guy. He did the most damage he could to Americans with the power he had. Yeah, find it, fix it. I don't know. I don't know why he did that or why they're talking about it the way they are. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. Two Ruby Shoes. Wait for Trump. Hopefully a better year. Yeah, I feel the same way. What's up, Jim? Happy freedom. Cinderella. Klaus is fired. I know, he needs to get his booty up here. He's probably messing around with that new electronic drinking fountain thing he's got. He's a little intimidated about it, but I think he's warming up to it. Hooligans Island. Live as if you're living a Diego day. That's right. Diego's always happy to be here. Sage Pup, happy freedom to you. Fort Bragg is where a good portion of psyops happen. Yeah, Sage Pup. I think they're doing too much. They're highlighting themselves, and now we're all starting to pay attention. Oh, that's badass, Hair Juicer. Where'd you get them? Bill Clay, Crowder, Charlie Kirk, and Bongino are on vacation, but Jeff Mack keeps going strong. I don't know what a vacation is. I've never had a vacation. I don't want a vacation. I'd rather hang out with hooligans. All right, we're going to get into this next video. Like I said, this is the last little bit of the news. This is Kennedy's thoughts, opinions, and data he's gathered on the New Orleans incident. I know that you're probably sick and tired of the New Orleans Cybertruck incident, but that's all that everyone's talking about. So I'm trying to get as much information as possible so we don't ever have to cover this again. We can cover other stories. So, like I said, this is the last little bit of the news. This is Kennedy. New Orleans attack is objective evil. I really like Kennedy. I think he's a straight shooter. I think he's funny as shit. And unfortunately, he's having to be in New Orleans to see what's going on with this attack. He's finding information. He's promising to be transparent with the American people. And he claims he's going to do right by us. So we might as well see what he's got going on. Hit that thumbs up over on Rumble. And let's get this rolling.
Joining us now from New Orleans is Republican Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, thank you very much for taking some time out for us. We know that you're very busy talking with law enforcement on the ground. There are a lot of folks in this country tonight that are afraid of what's happening in New Orleans. And I know that you're trying to get answers tonight as police search for other potential suspects, possible co-conspirators tonight. By all accounts, with this new surveillance video we have now, with what we're learning from police, this sounds to be some sort of sleeper cell, a terrorist cell on U.S. soil. Is that what you're hearing?
Well, there's a fine line between anger and grief, and I'm pretty much straddling that line right now. If you don't believe in objective evil, all you need to do is go walk about 30 or 40 yards that way. I'm here for two reasons. Number one, these are my people, and these are my people's guests. Number two, I don't want to hear from anybody in the federal government that they don't have the resources. Now, the White House, the FBI, Justice, Homeland Security are in charge now. We're cooperating with them. I want to give them a reasonable period of time. There's a lot of information out there. Some of it is actually true. I want to give them a reasonable period of time, but they need to saddle up and ride. We need to find out what happened here, and it's not going to be covered up. We're going to tell the American people exactly what happened, and that's why I'm down here.
Yeah.
We know a lot more than what's being reported, Aisha, but they are in the middle of an active investigation, and I don't want to do anything to screw it up.
Okay.
But I'm also not going to let them take the pressure off.
Okay, got it, Senator. You did promise transparency earlier in the press conference that you took part in this afternoon. Are you getting the sense that the FBI had been tracking this suspect, or are you getting the sense that they perhaps somehow missed this?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that, but I shouldn't. I'm going to say it again, Aisha. We're giving the FBI and Homeland Security a reasonable amount of time to do their job. And by God, they're going to do their job, and they're going to catch these people.
Is the
we're
FBI
going to know a whole lot more in the next 4 to 8 hours.
Senator, is the FBI being transparent with you?
You know, you never know. You just never know what they're not telling us. But I know how to probe pretty hard and get the information. I'm not interested in placing blame or saying who was right or wrong. I just want to catch these sons of bitches who did this.
Yeah, there is an active manhunt, it sounds like, right now for some of these. We don't know how many. We were told a range of suspects, perhaps 3 or 4. We know there's surveillance video out there showing some of these folks laying down IEDs around the French.
They think they're 3, maybe 4. Okay. I was disappointed early this morning. Someone with the FBI said very confidently there's no chance this is a terrorist attack. Well, they've taken that back, thank God. They were a little quick on the trigger. But we think now that there were probably 4, maybe 5 people involved.
Yeah. So let's be realistic here. Just you're a straight shooter. So shoot straight with the people of New Orleans and Louisiana right now. Governor Landry says that there will be a Sugar Bowl tomorrow afternoon, that he'll be there and it will be safe. Is that realistic right now, given the circumstances?
We decided to postpone it by 24 hours, 1 day. The governor made that decision. He's doing a great job. He's in charge here at the state level. And I want to be fair to our federal officials and give them a chance. But, you know, I sat there and watched a 21-year-old kid outsmart the entire Secret Service of the United States and almost killed a former president and soon-to-be current president.
Right.
And we still don't have information. And that's not going to happen this time. By God, it's not going to happen this time. I will chase these people like they stole my dog until we find out what went on here. But I want to be fair and work with them, and let's give them a chance to catch these guys or gals. One may have been a woman.
Is New Orleans safe tonight?
Yes, but we're still in the process of tightening up security. We're still in the process of doing everything that we possibly can. The governor's called out the National Guard. We've got more FBI coming. We've got Homeland Security people. We've got state troopers who've done an awesome job. We've got the NOPD. We're doing everything we can. But like I say, there's a lot of information out there. Some of it's accurate.
Okay. Well, we hope that you will continue to keep us apprised of what you learn there on the ground, and we appreciate you taking some time for us tonight. Senator John Kennedy.
I'm just so sorry. I'm just so sorry to all those folks who lost loved ones and have loved ones in the hospital. I'm sorry, but by God, we're gonna get this straight. We're gonna chase these guys down.
Okay. Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana, thank you very much for joining us.
John Kennedy. I think John Kennedy is a badass. I think he's always real, and his analogies are always hilarious. And I mean, this is a rough thing to cover, but he's still solid on the communication. He has a way of communicating that I think translates really well. And he seems pretty adamant about getting to the bottom of this. And you hear how he talks about the Fed boys. He talks about the Fed boys like we talk about them. And he's there on Capitol Hill most days. So if that tells you anything. Anyways, like I said, that is the last little bit of the news I had for you hooligans today. We got 2 funny videos coming up next. But first, we're going to read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about what John Kennedy was saying. Breeze by You, I love him. He's not going to let this go. Yeah, Breeze by You. Zero, on anyone else, those clothes would look contrived. Is that what it is? Or contrived? They look normal on him. Yeah. I don't know. He seems like he's not worried about looks. He's there to work. And that's good. That's good because you see Ted Cruz or any of those guys, it's all optics. I appreciate you being here, Wayward. Bill Clay, I wish John Kennedy was my senator. I wish he was my grandpa. Could you imagine talking to John Kennedy every day? He's hilarious. Rip Curl, that yes didn't sound very convincing, did it? Yeah, he thought really hard about whether or not he could say that New Orleans was safe. You know, they were saying, do you think that New Orleans is safe today? And I wonder what all he was considering when he was choosing that answer, because there was a heavy delay there before dropping that yes. Information Warlord, there are terrorists on the loose. No, you're not safe. Yeah. Pretty much sums it up right there. Wayward, New Orleans is never safe is what he wanted to say. I was going to say, I've always heard New Orleans is kind of a rough place. Gio, I do like Kennedy. Yeah, I think Kennedy's awesome. What's up, Kyle Donkey? Happy freedom to you. Oh, I appreciate you, Ghostly. I don't know how to do anything other than this at this point. I'm so conditioned to take on bad news. It's just all I want. I'm hungry for it at this point. I used to have breakdowns and stuff when we were covering the riots. Now, I don't know. I'm like a finely tuned machine. We're just here to gather information and stay in the know. Keep us all connected and safe as much as possible. Oh, I appreciate you, Kelly Kaku. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you. Says, you're the man, Jeff. Appreciate you and Snook's hard work keeping us informed in a free forum. Thank you. Thank you, Patriot Dad. Free the Texan. Say the line. He was on our radar. You know he was. They supplied the vehicles. Pumpkin Kennedy's a good man. It seems so. Dutton, Kennedy has steel clackers in his pants. I think you're right. I wonder what he was like when he was younger. Kevin, a vacation for Jeff is when he walks into a room and forgets why he's there. Every day, Kevin. Every day. Alistair, what are you going to do when Daddy's home and there's more good news than bad news? You know, Alistair, I've been worrying about that, but the last time President Trump was in office, the cities were on fire and I was doing more lives than I am now. So I figure I shouldn't fold my money before I count it, you know? I'll just wait and see. It's fine. I have no problem with covering good news. I'd prefer to cover good news. It's just you don't come across it very often. I appreciate you, Visions. What's up, Brittany? Happy freedom. Crying. Came over here to cry. You think we got like hooligan hankies for you or something? Someone's gonna hold your hand while you cry for us? We're not those kind of hooligans. Prop Patriot Girly, I don't like going to busy places anymore alone. I only go with a few places alone, but everywhere else I make my hubby go with me. Yeah, Prop Patriot Girly. Me and WMM, we pretty much travel together. We don't really go anywhere on our own unless it's somewhere quick, like up the street or whatever. But generally, if I'm going to Walmart to get groceries or anything where I'm gonna be away from the house for a long period of time, I usually bring WMM with me. Ah, Brittany, I catch you spamming my chat. You're catching this band hammer. I'm gonna throw it at you like Thor. Agent O, he wore a face diaper. Enough said. Yeah. Oh, you just reminded me. You guys just reminded me. We got one more video we're gonna show. I just remembered. If you get bored, hold on. Let's get this going away. If I could find it. Am I not gonna be able to find it now? Come on. Trying to think why this didn't make it on the schedule. There was a video I wanted to put on the schedule. It disappeared. I'll find it, just a moment. Okay. Let's get this pulled up. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet. This is going all over social media, and I haven't had time to go and figure out where this has been released. But this is all over X, and they're saying that the White House just released this video, and it's... I can't remember what it's titled. Like Move Forward Now or something like that. Either way, all these images in this video of prospering Americans and blah blah, because this is obviously created by Democrats, they're all wearing fucking masks, and it's very weird. So anyways, we're gonna play this video. This is some random White House video. This supposedly just came out, and we're gonna watch it because this is circulating all over social media, and we might as well know what's going on. This is the last little bit of our news, if you even want to consider this news. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble, and let's get this rolling. So like I said, the White House supposedly just released that video. I don't know where, and I didn't take the time to go investigate it. But like I said, that is all over X, and a lot of people are feeling controversial over it because everyone's wearing masks in that video, and they're like, well, that doesn't seem like moving forward. It seems like a little bit of pre-programming there. Either way, we're going to read through real quick just to see what you hooligans think about that nonsense video, and we're going to get into our funny stuff. David, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Kevin, the left is fucking cracked. Yeah. I don't know why they thought that was the way to go. Like, let's put everyone in masks. Bobby, ugly people love masks. Yeah. Alistair, if this is new, I wonder why they're signaling wear a mask so we know who you are. Yeah, Alistair, and that's why I was kind of feeling too. And I seen someone say it earlier in the chat, and I've seen it a lot, where people say that lefties wear masks because it's their MAGA hat. And it's fairly true. And so I don't know if this is signaling or what it is. Like I said, I didn't have a chance to validate it, but this video is being passed all over the place on X, claiming that this was just released by the White House. But it's weird that everyone's wearing a mask. So I figured we'd cover it. Why not? Wayward predictive programming again? Yeah, that's what I think it is too. Cricket kiss, masks are a sign of slavery. Yep. Cricket kiss, hooligan chip clips. How real men deal with things. That's right. That is right, Cricket kiss. Pumpkin Biden is looking forward to the bird flu. Yeah, I've seen some sort of article saying that America's lost control of the bird flu, and I'm like, great, great, fear mongering with the stupid bird flu. Alistair, yeah, except the mask means I comply. That's right, Alistair. Friedrich Texan, how do we know they weren't being held captive? We couldn't see smiling. Yeah, Friedrich Texan, they probably are. Jason, snow masks get a pass. Yeah, absolutely. It's not the same thing as wearing a compliance cloth. Hooligans Island, defund mask manufacturing. I mean, we need to do something. This stuff is ridiculous. What's up, God Rides a Harley? Happy freedom to you. Damon Walker, don't lose your soul, Jeff. Oh, I won't. I won't. Everything. I love that guy. He's great. He's down to earth. Talking about John Kennedy. Yeah. Bobby, I wear a mask and goggles when I wank. Well, thank you for letting us know, Bobby. That mental image will live with me forever. We're going to get on to our fun stuff here. This first video, we got two funny videos of the day. This first one's titled, When Even the Cop Thinks You're Pathetic. It's coming up next, but first I want to remind you guys really quick, if you would like to support the live to keep us running, you're welcome to use that Linktree link in the description in order to send donations. You can do that by using PayPal, Cash App, Stripe, Locals, Buy Me a Coffee, or you can even send crypto. Let's get this pulled up. Like I said, we got two funny videos. Yeah. And this is the first one. I don't know if this is going to be offensive to people or not. It's supposed to be funny. It's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. Either way, once again, this is titled, When Even the Cops Think You're Pathetic.
Yeah. Cigar. This is a cigar? What's in that cigar? It is a back with no weed in it? No. What the fuck's wrong with you? You smoke that? It's fucking gross. Put some weed in that.
He said there's actually tobacco in it? You smoke that shit? You're gross. Even the cops are disappointed. Let's get to our official funny video of the day. This is just some craziness. Full-blown craziness here. This is titled, Trump Saves Freedom, the Whale, in the AI Multiverse. Hit the thumbs up over on Rumble, and let's get into this.
Final warning, Nancy put a shirt on. This is a family theme park, not a weekend at Diddy's, okay?
Our kids got around. Today we're going to learn about dolphins and Building 7.
Nice moves, Tulsi. Your relationship with the dolphins is really improving.
For the touch tanks, treat the animals the exact opposite way you'd treat a globalist. That being said, comprehension check, who's with me? Okay, folks, go ahead and direct your attention towards our lead trainer, Donnie J, and our world-famous whale, Freedom.
Okay, I need everyone to stay calm, but freedom is missing.
Who would do something like this?
Oh, come on. We all know it was the hookery chick from Legal.
We need to chat with every employee to see what they know. I'll go find Nancy.
I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. I've been day drinking since 11 a.m.
If we can't find freedom, then unfortunately we're all fired.
We're gonna stop that pot-bellied weasel vampire. She's no match for our unity.
I'm selling you to the highest bidder in the context of money.
Anyone need a tampon?
No thanks, irrelevant pervert. We've got bigger problems to solve.
What do we do, Donnie J?
We fight like hell because freedom's worth fighting for. Final warning.
Well, saving freedom the whale. Holy, that stuff is so funny. He's like, no, irrelevant pervert. Anyways, that is all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I'm going to drop this Linktree link to all of you guys. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. Those AI multiverse videos are so hilarious. Some of them are too long, though. I've seen a few of them that I didn't add on to the schedule over the last few weeks. Just because sometimes they're like 4 or 5 minutes long. And it's like, that's too much. Too much AI content. Either way, there's a Linktree link where all of my links are listed. So if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, I would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there keeping the conversations going 24/7. And we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. Our live player is ad-free. Like I said, it's the best way to experience the live. With a membership, you will also have access to Hooligans Alley. You'll have access to the forums for open discussion. You'll have access to the arcade, which is full of games that adapt to your phone that are a ton of fun. And you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chats that gives you the ability to text each other, call each other, video call each other, group texting, group calling, group video calling, and more. jeffmaclive.com is the place to be and the home of the hooligans. So definitely go get yourself a membership. We're going to read through the chat really quick, see what your hooligans think about today's coffee, and then we're going to be doing the Pledge of Allegiance and wrapping things up. Hair Juicer, no, I haven't seen that video. I'll have to check it out after the live. Hair Juicer, what a fever dream. Yeah. Thank you, Breeze by You. I appreciate you being here with us. Thank you for being here, Zupia. Thank you, MU. Alistair, I like the MAGA Avengers ones. Yeah, those ones are good. Thank you, Kelly Kaku. Kevin, what did I just watch? It's the AI multiverse. Ghostly, the Building 7 got me. I love when they put Alex Jones in these videos. It's always hilarious. Thank you for being here, Cinderella. What's up, DeMarquise? Happy freedom to you. Thank you, Sage Pup. Thank you, Jules. What's up, Kelly? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans. It's that time once again. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, there we go. Let's get these beats rolling. We're going to read through one last time just to make sure no hooligans are left behind. But like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And we'll be doing our voice chat over on the website 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So definitely go get yourself a membership so you could join us for the voice chat. And maybe you'll be lucky enough to hear one of Hair Juicer's crazy ass stories. It'll change your life. Definitely go get yourself a membership so you can join us tomorrow over on the website. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate you being here with us. What's up, Reaction? Happy freedom to you. Thank you, Pumpkin. Bless you and much love to you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Rappy. Thank you, Too Old to Care. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Alistair. Oh, Alistair, I'll send you that twerking Santa file so you can mess with it. Happy freedom, Rich. What's up, Garlic Press? Happy freedom to you. Yeah, I think you're right, Hooligans Island. They cried their little eyes out and then left. What's up, Donald? Happy freedom to you. Happy freedom, Plastic Quack. Wayward, I'm glad that weed is becoming less frowned upon in the public eyes. A few years back, I'd get my ass reamed for chatting about it. Yeah, Wayward, it's come a long way. When I first started live streaming, I couldn't say anything about weed or half the chat would walk away. But I think people have calmed down. You know, everybody dying from fentanyl and jabs, I think has really put things into perspective here. Kevin, you ever think about if you would be fossilized after you die? I don't know, Kevin. I have no idea. I have a feeling that I got so much shit I'm supposed to do here on the earth that if I died, God would just bring me right back. Because I just ain't done yet. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for that $1 donation over on Rumble. I really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you. It says, happy freedom, hooligans. And I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. All right, I think we are good to go. Like I said, we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. And then we will be on the website doing our weekly voice chat at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. I appreciate all of you guys being here. I hope you have a fantastic day. Definitely be safe out there. Just don't ride the New York subway, okay? It's simply not safe. Just don't go out there and do that stupid shit. And that way I can see you here tomorrow for Freedom Friday. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.